Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the NXTGEN podcast. I got my boy here, Cassius Pierce, man, aka Coach Cash.
Yeah.
Look, he's the owner of Full Circle Athletics. So for those of you that follow him on IG, social media, this is the man right here. He's the founder, CEO. He's the guy. All right. Appreciate you coming, man.
Yes, sir, man. Thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah, of course,
it's always
bro.
a pleasure.
Yeah, bro. Of course, man. Man, I mean, look. How are things, man? Like some people, we'll talk about your background in a second, but like, how have things been, bro? You're a business owner, you know, all that sort of stuff. What's it like, bro? Tell me about it.
Man, I mean, life is good. I can't complain, bro. I've never been the type of person to complain about, downs or lows. Like everyone has, their own story in this. Obviously through sports, you kind of learn, which I'm pretty sure we'll talk about later down the line. But I'm blessed, man. I get a chance to wake up every morning and do something that I love to do, which is inspire people, obviously, through sports. Yeah. Aside from that, I mean, outside, the business, it has its ups and downs. Yeah. But over the grand scheme of things, I can't complain, man. I can never complain. Like, if I wake up every morning, that's an opportunity for me to, put forth and, like we used to say back in the day, like, 1% a day. So everything is good.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. I'm happy to hear it, man. All right, man, let's give the people some background, bro. Tell me how you got here, you know what I'm saying? Tell me how, like, from today and throw it back to growing up, bro. Yeah. We'll talk about everything.
Yeah. I'm born and raised in Inglewood, California. Yeah. That's where I grew up at and where I'm from. From there, I obviously played multiple sports. Obviously football, basketball, and track was kind of like my top three. Yeah. Thought I was gonna be a basketball player, but I ended up growing. So, ended up playing football, which is something I fell in love with. Probably like 8th grade is kind of when I knew, all right, this is something that I kind of want to go full fledged with. So, ended up playing football majority of my life. Got an opportunity to go to junior college in Arizona, and from there finished up my career at Humboldt State. Obviously, getting a degree in exercise science. With in kinesiology with the emphasis on exercise science, which kind of led to me obviously interning at Velocity Sports Performance. Yeah. Internship went good obviously, and then that kind of them hiring me on the staff. From there, kind of the following year, they ended up selling the business, obviously to the Dodgers, EO1 Sports, and then had the opportunity to then work for the Mamba Sports Academy. Which was, it kind of set my career where it's at today. And then, as we know, COVID happened. So that's kind of how Full Circle Athletics came apart. Ended up already having a clientele, didn't have a facility, so kind of just built one in my garage at the time, and kind of just using the resources outside and the resources that I had. And then here we are today. Yeah. 3 years in the business now, and I like to call it more of a brand than a business. Yeah. That's in our mission statement. It's a lifestyle and it's a lifestyle brand. So that's, not just in strength and conditioning or fitness, but it's a everyday lifestyle.
Yeah. No, man, it's a strong brand and you're doing a good job with it, bro. You make it look good. So
thank you.
Yeah, keep that shit up, man. Let's throw it back, bro, because me and you, this is weird, bro. Me and you both went to the same middle school, but we didn't even we didn't even know fuck with each other. Not that we didn't fuck with you. We didn't even know that we went to the same middle school until we found out later.
Yeah, through Carlos.
So, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So, bro, tell me about middle school, bro. Like growing up. Obviously, you're from Inglewood, bro. Yeah. It's tell me about all that.
No, yeah, I think my mom did a pretty good job. I come from a single family, a single mom. Yeah. So she obviously. 2 boys growing up in the inner city, that's never easy. Yeah. But, my mom kind of just, set the standard, like, we're not going to be like our peers. Obviously, where you're from is where you're from, and you can never change that, and I never will. I love my city and where I'm from, and I carry that to my heart. But she did a good job of just providing an opportunity for us to experience diversity. Yeah. And obviously going to school at Paul Revere, which is in Brentwood. Yeah. It's very diverse. It was very diverse at the time. So it was an opportunity for me just to see, being around amongst, not just Latinos, but, Persians, Caucasians, and just other ethnicities. And, I was friends with everybody, which was cool. I never had a problem of, having friends of other ethnicities. Yeah. Some of my best friends are, other ethnicities too. So
for sure.
I don't think it was a challenge for me, per se, just because I kind of knew what I represent, and kind of just wanted to change everyone's, everyone's perspective of what an inner city kid is, or what a black kid is, right?
Right.
Everyone has their stereotypes of what they think a black kid is from the inner city, and I kind of just wanted to change that.
Yeah.
So Partyville was cool. Obviously you hang around with athletes majority of the time.
Yeah.
So that's kind of just what I stuck to.
Yeah. Nah, bro, it was wild back then, man. If you remember, it was a really diverse school, but and I was cool with everyone. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I hooped, so I played basketball. So naturally, most of my friends were black. You know what I'm saying? And but it was crazy how it was diverse, but at the same time, everyone fucked with everyone. Everyone had their clique. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
If you remember, bro, back then, I remember the black kids and the Mexican kids were always beefing, bro.
Yeah. I was a part of it, bro. I mean, unfortunately, you're a part of it. I had a younger brother, and a lot of the people that went to Partyville, we known each other from the elementary schools that we went to. So, when it comes to that, unfortunately, it should never be that way. And I'm not condoning it at all. But at the end of the day, there was, we have younger sisters that we needed to protect too. So, it's a tough situation, but
it was different, bro.
Yeah, it was definitely different for sure. It's definitely, segregated in a sense, kind of like Freedom Riders, right? If you watch that movie, that's how Partyville was.
That's how it felt, bro.
It was definitely that way, bro.
It felt like that, for sure.
For sure.
Nah, bro, I got caught in the middle of that because, like I said, I fucked with everyone, and then whatever happened, I still don't know to this day what happened.
Yeah.
But I actually still remember two of their names. I don't remember the third dude. But anyways, there's this one dude. The one dude that he got held back twice, and he was the leader. You know what I'm talking
I don't remember his name. That was a long time ago. But.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either. But anyways, long story short, for whatever reason, something changed, and he did not fuck with me. And I remember I was about to get jumped by a grip of them.
Yeah.
And then if you remember, I still remember this because this is a big moment. You remember Joseph Fidmont?
Yeah,
he was the tallest. He was the tallest kid in school,
definitely. Bro. Everybody thought he was going to the NBA.
Yeah, bro.
So crazy.
Yeah, he was most at that time most athletic person I've ever met in my life. For sure. Yeah, and he was 6'4". We were all 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. Anyways, long story short, bro. I still remember this to this day, bro. It was a gang of the Mexican kids approaching me on the quad, and I was it was like a movie, bro. It was crazy. They're approaching me, and I was like, "Yo, Joe," because I was like, "I need help, bro."
Yeah.
I'm a little Jewish kid, man. And Joe hops the fence to get onto the quad, and he grabs me, and those dudes approach me, and Joe grabs my shirt and pulls me behind him. He steps in front of me and just stares him down, and then they just all back up. And I was like, "Yo, that shit was." I was like, "Yo." If it wasn't for him, and they got suspended for that, because they were fucking with me. Anyways, I wouldn't need to get into that. But
you could, bro.
It was just some other shit, it was just crazy. But Freedom Riders.
That was Partyville back in the day for sure.
Yeah. No one even knows what that movie is anymore. I gotta watch that.
Nah, man.
I gotta watch that again.
Every time I watch that movie, I'm like, that's how middle school was.
Yeah, it's facts.
In Brentwood.
Yeah, in Brentwood too, right? Yeah, bro, it's crazy. All right, bro. Well, where'd you end up going to high school again?
I went to Westchester.
That's right. Yeah. All right. How was Westchester? Because Westchester, it's not even like that anymore, which is crazy. But that was a hoop powerhouse.
Yeah, for sure, man. I thought, at the time, I was pretty good in basketball, and obviously, my whole family went to Westchester, from my mom to my godmom to my aunties.
Wow.
So we got some lineage there. So I ended up going to Westchester just because, in 8th grade, I knew I was good, but I didn't know what school to go to.
Yeah.
I actually went to Palisades and kind of pitched to them I want to play varsity, 9th grade.
We sucked, bro.
And they were like, no, and I'm just like, there's no way I'm coming here then.
That's great. Yeah, bro, we were trash at football.
Yeah. So I ended up going to Westchester because I thought I was going to be a 2-sport athlete and play basketball too, but obviously, they won state titles back to back, 10 11th and 12th grade.
Yeah.
So, Jordan Mays, who is my best friend now, all those guys, Dwayne Pauly, the whole starting five went D1. So, but Westchester was cool, man. Obviously, it was majority of black kids, so it felt like home. Yeah. Honestly, so it was nothing there. Socially wise, it was definitely good. I mean, I'm a shy person, which is surprising. But obviously, when you feel home, you kind of can be yourself. But Westchester was cool. No complaints there socially. I wish I went to more of an athletic school for football though.
Yeah.
But obviously,
like Venice or something, or
not even Venice, bro. I mean, I would kind of wish I went to more like a Modern Day or a school like that. A school that I can go back to, or even like a Long Beach Poly or or something like that, where there's like heavy tradition and somewhere that you can go back. At Westchester, it's not like that. I haven't been back since I graduated, honestly. So. Unfortunately, but that's how it goes. Hopefully, when once I have kids, I can kind of relive like actual tradition.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Well, shit, you ended up playing college sports after that, college football.
Yeah, for sure.
So talk about that, bro.
Yeah, college football, man. I mean, obviously there's no difference. Obviously I didn't go SEC. I went Division II, but still great football. Ended up winning a conference championship there. And met a lot of good guys. Yeah. The JUCO route, I went to a national JUCO as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, college football is that was my life at the time. Kind of didn't really care about anything else besides football. That was just my goal, and that was just my dream of being, one of the first one in my family to even play college football. Right. Which was a dope experience. But it taught me a lot, man. It taught me discipline, it taught me perseverance, and just understanding, learning how to adapt.
Yeah, bro. Especially at the JUCO route, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's different.
Nah, it's not easy. Junior college is not easy, man. What you guys see on Last Chance U is real. Yeah. From my freshman year to my sophomore year, I had a completely different team. Yeah. I had teammates, who had kids, who fell off and things like that. So, yeah, junior college taught me a lot because I was in Arizona, so I was away from home. I didn't want to go to college out here, junior college out here. So I kind of from the jump, I kind of told my mom that, I want to go somewhere, and I got the opportunity to get a scholarship in Arizona, in Tucson. And my best friend to this day, he was at University of Arizona, so it was pretty cool to, still kind of get that, that freshman fun. Yeah. Because I was basically honorary Wildcat, right? Because I didn't go to any of the parties from the junior college. I went to all the parties at U of A. Yeah, that's so that was pretty cool, man. I mean, to this day, I still talk to my junior college teammates. Mm-hmm. I'm closer to them than any of my other teammates, aside from Humboldt State. I'm still close with those guys as well. But yeah, junior college taught me a lot, and I felt like it kind of matured me for sure.
Yeah. What was the difference from JUCO to Humboldt State though? Like just lifestyle or like resources. Yeah. Like I'm sure the resources was different, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, not that much of a difference because it was a small division too. Yeah. Okay. In Northern California. So nothing like slightly different. Just because it was Division II, like we didn't get the perks that we did. So I wouldn't say any difference, to be honest. I mean, the speed obviously was a little bit faster. Guys are obviously a little bit stronger, depending on if they came from a Division I or something like that. But nothing like I would say dramatically different. Okay. Yeah.
For sure. Cool. So you finished college. Obviously, you say you did kinesiology. Yeah. And then you came back home, right?
Yeah. So I came back home and ended up doing an internship at Velocity Sports Performance. Yeah. Under my mentor Yohei. Yeah, man. So I did the internship for like 2 months. It wasn't even like a full internship. Yeah. Which was crazy. Obviously, the things that we teach now when it comes to speed training and just strength and conditioning, like I was an athlete. Yeah. So I had already been through that, over the, my training age was already at elite level. So they kind of just put me on board because I already knew the terminology. I already knew the grand, like the basics. And obviously learning the science later would be, easier. I already had the skill set. So ended up doing an internship there, got hired there. And then, like I said earlier, they ended up selling the business, which was a which was like a big transition.
Yeah.
Because now I'm going from an intern to like a young coach to like now the business has been sold and now I'm kind of like a head coach.
Yeah.
Under obviously Bobby once he came on board. So that was like a big transition in my career, and that's just like maturity as well. Like I said, like football taught me how to adapt all the time. Going from junior college to, Humboldt State, I had, different coach within 2 years. So it taught me how to adapt. That 1 year of going through 3 different jobs, going from Velocity to EL1 for 6 months, and then the last 6 months going to Mamba.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That was 1 year of just like, is this how it's supposed to be?
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, all that was crazy, bro. We packed up the weight room.
Yeah.
Built the new weight room.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
All within a weekend, bro.
Yeah, it was a lot.
That's a grind.
Yeah.
That was definitely a grind.
Bro, and then Fernando, I don't know if you were there for that, but like, remember on the double racks, right? On the left side, there was like that. It was like a pipe or something, like where the dip was. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. And then me and Fernando and Bobby, like, we had to fix that shit, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, I used a box cutter to cut like 30 yards of fucking rubber, bro.
That was a crazy time.
That was some crazy
that was
shit.
Definitely a big transition in my life. But you either sink or swim, and at that time,
we made it work.
Like, it had to make it work.
Yeah, man. And I'll take a step back too, because like, so I had just, the reason I even like got there was because I had just come back from Indiana. I just moved back, and I fell back. I had no job, obviously, so I fell back on like, I was like a bartender somewhere in like Westwood or something, like a server or something. Just fell back on my restaurant experience, and I was doing that, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing, bro? I was just in the league, and I'm over here in a restaurant. Like, it makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? So I reached out to everyone, bro. I reached out to like all the coaches that I have worked for in the past, whatever it is. And Bobby happened to be one of those people. So I just showed up. I was like, hey, bro, can I just come kick it? Like, I'll come watch and help out and set up and break down, whatever. And then, fast forward, he brought me on, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, it was y'all two, it was you and Taylor, right? Yep. And then he brought me on, and like Bobby was like, look, man, I got these 2 young coaches. They need the mentorship. Like they're going through a transition. We're all going through a transition right now. Whatever it is, I need your help. I was like, all right, like, I bet I'll do whatever I can, And then when I met you, bro, I was like, yo, this dude has it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, bro, you ran track, you play football, like, and it was apparent, you know what I'm saying? And your demonstrations, the way you ran things, you know what I'm saying? I was like, you can make anything look better than I can, easy, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
And I was like, look, bro, all I have to do is like help give this dude like some more information, like, and he's got it, you know what I'm saying? Sky's the limit, you know what I'm saying? So it was cool to be a part of that, man, because at first I was like, I never thought I would ever work with kids, and then I ended up loving it. And then fast forward, now I'm building a business on it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
building a brand, man.
It's wild. Yeah, it's wild, man. Well, man, let's fast forward a little bit. So obviously, me and you, we get inherited by Mamba Sports Academy through that transition. Yep. You know what I'm saying? We pretty much ran that. It was me and you, and like it was mostly like just like because of the Velocity people, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody knew we existed still, even though we had the big name of Mamba and all that sort of stuff, and all that sort of stuff. But transition, I transitioned. I had left. I went to go work for another company, and then boom, the pandemic hit. And you mentioned like, you were still, and like at that point you were the facility. Everyone came there for you, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, like you're from Inglewood, which is like right by the South Bay. It's right there. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew you. Everybody fucked with you. So I already knew, like, if you left or whatever it is, like everyone's coming with you. You know what I'm saying? You were the life. You like breathed life into that facility. So like I'm interested myself, bro. Like obviously you were doing stuff in the garage because like we were all just doing whatever we could to survive because everyone was just figuring it out. But taking the leap to, rent out, to find a space, you know what I'm saying, to pay for and build a brand and all that sort of stuff. Like, take me through that, bro.
Yeah, man. I think at the time, I mean, when COVID had happened, I honestly thought about like going back and getting my master's. Honestly,
Oh, okay.
That was like on my mind. I was just like, maybe this is the opportunity kind of for me to kind of start over.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't believe in like the direction.
Yeah.
Obviously you always have doubts.
Yeah.
But just kind of just saying, obviously at the time, like just trying to see like where do I fit in at Mamba at the time.
Right.
And then obviously, everything that had happened, you kind of got to put yourself first. And I kind of just took a step back and kind of just looked like, all right. Well, at the time, honestly, there was a few kids that I trained. Obviously, the Lights. Yeah. Obviously, they were already in college at the time, but Amanda Melnick was like the last, basically, of like my kids, right? Yeah. I consider them like my kids or my daughters, but Amanda Melnick was like, she was in high school at the time, and I'm like, once she's done with high school, which will be this year, like I'm done. Like I'll be done with coaching. That was honestly like what I said I was going to do. Like I said I was going to be done with, like, as far as sports performance, I'll be done. But then the pandemic happened, right? So amongst the pandemic, like my phone like blows up crazy, like, which I'm always going to be grateful for. And that just goes back to just the relationships that I built.
Yeah.
And just obviously, like, I feel like I am a good coach. I never compare myself to anyone. Because everyone has their own definition of a great coach. And for me, I may not be the smartest, but I feel like a lot of people can't do what I do, and that's just build relationships off the bat, and everything else can come later down the line.
Yeah, like, bro. No, don't even do that, bro. You got it. Like, yeah. You stepped up so big. I'm telling you, like,
appreciate that.
Yeah.
So I mean, just based off the relationships that I had, and at the time working with Mamba, and I had the opportunity to do like the NFL Combine.
Yeah.
A lot of pros started hitting me up over COVID, so I'm just like, all right, I'm a man of faith too. So obviously throughout that time, like there was no ever a panic. It's just okay, like, well, what do we do from here? And then so I had a full on, maybe about like 5 to 6 sessions a day over COVID.
Word. Nice.
And kind of just stuck to the basics. I was able to build a weight room, and it was kind of like a team. I've literally ran a 52-week program over COVID, and I saw kids every day. It was like the most fun time ever, bro. Yeah. Like literally, like, and you just saw the gains from the basic stuff of just sprinting, right? Like we talk about where you can build power and build strength just from running, and like it was a proven fact because I didn't have weights. We had a little bit of weights, but kind of just stuck to the basics. But long story short, I mean, a leap of faith happened when I was working for this one facility, and as things were transitioning back into like indoors, I got back into in a facility and kind of was working for somebody, and at that time I felt like I kind of just understood the business and how things should be ran, and this particular person they just saw it more as for money, which I totally understand, right? It always has to be a profit, but it's all about creating the software, making sure the hardware is solid before you get into the software, right?
Okay.
And that was kind of just something that I learned from my mentors, and just like the moral standpoint.
Yeah.
So I just got to a point where it's just like, well, why am I making this person rich?
Yeah, exactly.
And it's it's my family.
Yeah.
Right. I don't like to call them clientele, but it's my family. So I'm just like, I took a step back and it was just like, that doesn't make sense. Like, I'd rather grind 8 hours for myself.
Right.
And if I fail, like I fail, but I'm failing for myself.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like where it just came into play. Like, I can do this on my own. Like, no matter what, like I can do this on my own. Like if this person can do it and has no experience, I have the experience. I understand like how a facility should be ran and how it shouldn't be ran based off my experience between Velocity, EL1, and at the time Mamba. So all that experience that I had, like it was meant for me to experience that 1 year of so much transition, because now I understand, okay, what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah.
And I would just take notes over the course of time. Okay, that didn't work. This does work. That didn't work, etc. So it was kind of just, God just putting me in a position of honestly, He just put me in a position of just seeing what what fails and what doesn't.
Yeah.
And all I had to do was just stay the course. And then honestly, that's just kind of how full circle kind of came into play.
Nah, that's what's up, man. And you have a business partner, right?
Yeah, my business partner, his name is Marley. I met him while working at Mamba, because we were supposed to do a combine at the Redondo location.
Oh, okay.
So that's how I met him. He's a great guy, man. I'm forever grateful for him because he took the leap of faith too. And yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah. Nah, it's cool, man. You're killing that. I'm telling you. I need to take notes from you because obviously I transitioned. Now I'm doing my own thing too. So, and now I have a space. I'm trying to use other people's space as my space for now. Just because like the overhead and all that.
Nah, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All that's crazy.
Definitely. Yeah. Nah, it's definitely a process, man. And honestly, the best way to learn is just the experience. Yeah. Honestly, because I mean, when I was a young coach, like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be a young coach, and then from there I'll be a manager of a facility, director of performance, and then I could be an owner. And it's just like that's not necessarily true. Like we have these steps and stones. Obviously, if you're like more on the collegiate side or the pro sector, then yeah. But as far as like the private sector, credibility is like the number one thing, right? Yeah. Depending on what your niche is. And obviously my niche is like kids, right? And just adults, everyday adults. So kind of just understanding what your niche is. And then from there, it's just like, it's a learning process, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. What I learned about the private sector is like, it's no rules, bro. Like, there's no rules, bro. It's just, you make it happen. You either make it happen or you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean,
everything's on you. You know what I'm saying? Like when I had just come back from Indiana, bro. If you remember, I remember, bro. I was a robot. Like I was a strength and conditioning robot, bro. Because I came from UCLA, and then UCLA fast forward, and then ended up with the Pacers. So like I was like collegiate pro, like bro. Everyone's just like at work. Like it's not like. Doesn't feel like family, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was just like everyone's there to do their job, which is fine, but like after working, I've had a lot of jobs.
Yeah.
And after working at other places, seeing the differences, like, oh, work culture is really good here. Like, I actually kick it with these people outside of work. You know what I'm saying? I actually talk to these people outside of work. I actually invite them to shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't see myself doing that with the people that I came up with in the other places, you know what I'm saying? Just because, like, it's different. The culture's different, and people are, like, scared for their jobs. Like,
sure.
Everyone's tippy-toeing and all that, you know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I say all that to say is, like, like you were saying, like, let's say collegiate or pro, whatever it is, there's, like, this, like, stepping stone process of assistant director or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, nah, man. Like, it doesn't have to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I totally agree. I've never been in a collegiate setting. Obviously, being an athlete, you kind of saw it, but
right.
you don't really know like the grand scheme of things. But I mean, for me, it's just like, my culture is I'm always going to be the type of person that I am.
Yeah.
And as far as like the collegiate setting, I'm not sure if I ever would have fit in there because like I'm not that type of coach that's like screaming and yelling because I wasn't that type of player, you know. And I understand like as a player, right, we didn't like that. It's just like all that screaming, like, bro, like, there's other ways to provide energy. And as we know, like, like if a player or a person trusts you, right, they're gonna open up.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's just my experience of the coaches that I've dealt with because I've had many of coaches. Every coach is going to yell.
Yeah.
I'm a football coach, and in that grand scheme of thing, like, I understand, like, yes, like, you got to have some type of energy and tempo. But at the same time, too, like, screaming at the top of your lungs is not going to get the point across.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's for a purpose, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. And, I mean, it's changing. I think, you're starting to see more sports performance than strength and conditioning.
Sure. I know what you mean.
At the collegiate level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with, like, being a meathead.
Yeah.
But that was never me.
No.
Right? I'm not the biggest. I'm not, I think what I do is like I like to have swag in what I do. Yeah. That's always going to be a part of what I was as a player. Look good, feel good,
Peep
play
the
good.
outfit.
You feel me? So I just think that everyone has, like I said, everyone has a different coaching style, and I don't think that you should shy away from how you want, right, you to be, how your image is.
Yeah.
From whether it's outside clothes or even, like for me, like shoes is everything. So like when I'm coaching, like I at least got to make sure my kicks are fly.
Yeah.
And I don't think at the collegiate setting, like, everything is just like, it's corporate.
Yeah.
So
it's
not a bad thing.
No, not at all. Actually, I was going to bring that up, but this is a good time to bring it up. It's like you brought, and it's crazy, bro. It's crazy to even think like, it's crazy that I thought like this, but it shows how indoctrinated I was in the shit. So like when I met you, bro, like you said, you came with your swag, you had on whatever you had on.
Yeah.
And to me, that shit was foreign, bro. I'll be honest. Like, that shit was foreign. Like, the individuality, like, bro, there's no individuality in like traditional collegiate strength and conditioning, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like, you show up wearing whatever, school, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're at UCLA, you rock UCLA, all that sort of stuff, whatever it is. And then same for any other organization you're at.
Which I totally understand. I mean, you gotta look the part.
You have to look the part, but like, it's not even about like how you look, but it's like everything on top of that, like the individuality, like bringing your own, and it's different now for sure. I mean, like, it depends on where you're at, but like, I'm just saying, like, the old school, I came up with some old school mentors in the beginning of my career. So it was just like, it was just different, bro. It was just foreign to me, but it was great to see, because like you saw the shift, and it made me like, I was like, I can be myself, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy that's even a thought. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's cool, man. Well, here, let's transition a little bit, bro. With that being said, like I said, I came up and stuff. Like, tell me about your mentors, bro. Like, let's talk like professional, personal mentors.
Yeah. Professional. I have two. Obviously, one, or I think you met Yohei, but Yohei. I cannot pronounce his last name, so I'm not even going to butcher it. But shout out to Yohei, man. He was at Velocity. And just the way he is just very humble. He's from Japan, so he's very humble in everything that he does, man. And he was working with a lot of great people. He worked with KD. He worked with Draymond. He works with Steve Nash now. They're doing something out in New York, I believe, now. But just the way that he approached training reminded me of the way of how I approached like practice in a game. Like, everything, and just the way that he knew how to adapt in any situation. And just the way that he kind of cultivated me. I try to be like a spitting image of him when it comes to like actually training and just finding different ways of training. So I'm forever grateful that he even took the opportunity to take me under his wing, and I just try to always just give him his flowers. And then Bobby Andrade, obviously he came from modern day into the Dodgers training academy at the time, and just the way of how he is professionally as far as like the structure. That's kind of the things that I took from him is, just being structure of how you're coming to a meeting or how you're presenting yourself. You just always just wanted everything to be in detail, and he's just very in detail. They both are. They're very in detail, which is why I take heed to them. So those would probably be, professionally, those are my two mentors. Yohei and Bobby Andrade. Personally, man, I will probably say Anthony Reyes is like a mentor. He's like a big brother to me.
Okay.
Just the way how he carries himself. I met him about 6 years ago when I was younger in my career, and he's a Wall Street guy, but just overall, just a great guy, Filipino guy. I love him to death. He's literally taught me everything as far as like how to structure my business, the yeses and nos, and he still is like a guidance for me. Aside from that, mentor wise, dude, honestly, bro, my 9 o'clock class My 9 a.m. adult class, bro. Yeah, so shout out to the 9 a.m. class, the ladies. They're like my second moms, bro. Literally, they've been through the storm with me.
Yeah.
You know, as we know, like the Mamba facility had ended up shutting down, and like they're the ones who like would text me every day, like, you're gonna figure it out, whatever you need, like we're gonna do it for you.
That's
and
cool.
Just teaching me like everything about everyday life. Like they put me on game about, you know, obviously because their husbands are, you know, have their own practices and their own businesses and things like that. So like they gave me free game, and I kind of just soaked up the sponge. So that personally, I mean, those are probably just my two mentors that I'll probably look up to physically.
Yeah.
You know, there's obviously other people that I look up to that may be like, you know, stars like LeBron. I really look up to LeBron. He's one of my favorite basketball players. Outside of just his sport, though, and just what he does, it reminds me, obviously, of me, of, you know, how he is around kids and how he is a mentor to kids. So I kind of, you know, see myself and LeBron, just obviously not the athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are probably my mentors.
That's cool,
personally and professionally.
Yeah, no, it's strong, man. Like, yeah, it's cool when you, cause I'm working with kids now too, and like when the parents like really show love, you know what I'm saying? And then I mean, look where we're at. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's also like you said, it's the relationships you make, man. Like,
yeah, no, it's for real, and it's all the relationships that I have with I have a group chat with all my college kids.
Oh, that's cool.
And I just, you know, check in with them, and they all have their own story, and you know, I know they look up to me, but I also look up to them because a lot of them been through, you know, like Davis Warren. He's a college quarterback at Michigan. You know, and I met him through his journey. He had leukemia.
Oh wow.
You know, going into his junior year.
Wow.
And I met him at the end of you know, him recovering, and even his you know, I met him, and then his family is like my second family. You know, Patrick Soto, another great kid, you know, that I've worked with. Obviously, Ethan, Josie, and Wyatt Light, Priscilla, Andrade. Like the list can go on, but all these kids have stories that they never told to their parents, and like some stuff that I know, like they came to me first. And that is huge. That's big to me, right? Because you know, I respect all of them, as you know, I call them like my children or my brothers and sisters. But you just never know like how important you are to kids. And I take that to heart.
Yeah, no, it's big time for sure. Shout out to the Light family.
Ethan, you're a bum.
Big P. Who else? Katie,
yeah, Katie's doing good at MIT. She's smarter than me. So
MIT, bro.
You know, I got some smart kids, bro. Yeah, MIT.
I remember that.
Patrick Soto's at Columbia.
Wow.
So
where's Priscilla at?
P Money is at UC Irvine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's at UC Irvine. I have a lot of kids now, but that core group that you know.
Josie's still at Boulder, yeah?
Josie, yeah, she graduates this year.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah.
Already?
Yeah. That's 4 years gone.
Damn.
Literally.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And the Lights, Ethan and Wyatt. I don't even know if I ever met Wyatt, but Ethan, they're at Utah, right?
Yeah, they play hockey at Utah. Yeah. Davis is at Michigan. Who else? Ethan Grady, he's at Bucknell. Richie Panomi, he's at Georgetown.
What about that? Remember that kid I sent to you? His name is Michael, right? You remember him? Michael. His uncle, I think his uncle Cedric. He has that boxing gym.
Oh, Mike. Yeah, Big Mike. Yeah, I haven't seen him. I haven't seen him post COVID.
Okay.
Yeah, he started training me during COVID, but I hope he's doing well.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, the list can go on.
Yeah.
The family gets bigger every year.
That's cool, man.
Which I'm grateful for. So
that's what's up. All right, dog. We're about to move on to the lightning round, bro.
All right.
So check it. I'm gonna ask, you know, whatever questions, the answers could be as long or short as you want.
Gotcha.
So
I'll keep it short.
Nah, whatever, bro. This is your time. All right. All right. This one's always fun, bro. Give me your five favorite athletes of all time.
Of all time?
Any sport, dude, but your favorite. Like all time, meaning it could be anybody.
Got you. Any sport?
Any sport.
For sure. Got to go Muhammad Ali #1 because I was named after him. LeBron James. Serena Williams.
Oh, that movie was crazy. King Richard.
That was a great movie.
Yeah.
That's 3.
Yep.
I gotta go with OBJ. That's my guy, man.
Okay.
OBJ. Number 5. This is no particular order, but number 5. I will have to go. I gotta go. Man, this is tough. Number 5. I'll go KD.
KD?
Yeah.
Damn. All right, cool. All right, let's go artists, bro. 5 favorite, same thing. 5 favorite artists all time.
Yeah, 5 favorite artists. Kendrick Lamar, number 1.
Okay.
Well, I have 2 number 1s. Kendrick Lamar and rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle.
Okay. I was waiting for that one.
Yeah. Those 2. Andre 3000.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then the other 2, that was 3. It's I listen to reggae.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Fiji.
Okay. I don't know him, but okay.
Yeah, he's a Polynesian artist.
Okay.
And then number 5 is another Polynesian artist by the name of Young Go. He's from Inglewood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, those will be my top 5. I got to put my boy Craig in there too. He's from Compton. He's a Polynesian artist too.
That's what's up.
Yeah, those 6 people are I probably listen to faithfully.
That's running. All right, cool. All right, let's keep it on music, bro. You can give me like 1 or 2 or 3 albums that you can listen to with no skips.
That's easy.
Just run it.
Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City.
Easy, yeah.
Nipsey Hussle, The Marathon.
Okay, yep.
Number 3, a third one. Man, that's tough. No skips. That was tough. I'm gonna just leave it at those.
All right, it's cool.
Man.
It could be 2. Yeah, it could be 2, bro. Yeah, for me, anything J. Cole puts out, run it.
Yeah, J. Cole. My girl loves J. Cole.
Yeah. All right, let me see. I love the list ones, bro. They're fun. All right, you have a reservation at a bar. It doesn't matter. It could be any bar you want.
Yeah.
You have a reservation for you plus 5 people at a table to sit and grab beers with, and it could be anyone all time, dead or alive. Who are you trying to sit and kick it with?
For sure, Nip.
Okay.
LeBron.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Man, Muhammad Ali.
Yep.
I would have loved to just 2 more.
You might have to have somebody funny in there too, though.
Somebody funny.
Yeah.
If somebody funny, I gotta put Jamie Foxx in there.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx or Chris Tucker for sure.
Oh, nice.
And then one more. I would probably. Damn, one more. I don't know. Those 4 are at the top of my head. I can think about.
Shit, dead or alive, bro. Shit, it could be
alive.
It could be.
This is off the top of the head, which is hard.
Yeah, it's tough. Man, it could be like.
I said LeBron, Nip.
Yeah.
Chris Tucker, Jamie Foxx.
Is that 2 or 1?
You got to put them together, I guess. Because
okay.
You said funny.
Yeah.
All right, so. Dude, I'll probably say Tom Brady.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tom Brady. Just because he's been like longevity in the game. And,
yeah.
Just being in so many championships. That's, championships. One more. I'll probably say Will Smith.
Oh.
Yeah, Will Smith.
Damn. Yeah, I like that. I would love to talk to Will Smith for sure. It'd be cool to kick it with him.
Yeah, he's a great humanitarian, man. Like, he's done a lot for the culture for sure.
Yeah, for sure, bro. All right. That's 3. All right, we got to go deep right here, bro. Where do you draw your strength from, bro? Like when things get tough, where do you look to?
Yeah, aside from my faith, because that's number 1 always. My mom, man. Yeah, that's the queen of my life, bro.
Yeah.
she sacrificed a lot for my brother and I. And obviously just growing up at a young age, but I've seen what like she did, and she just never showed like fear, whatever we had and we were grateful for, and she just never showed us that, not that we had a bad life, but obviously being a single parent mom, like she's doing everything on her own.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely my mom, man. She's my everything, and everything that I do today is just trying to put her in a position just to give everything back that she sacrificed, because she put her career on the side for my brother and I, just so that way we can have everything that we need. And so definitely my mom, and then obviously my faith.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll probably say my kids too, man.
Yeah.
That I work with, they'll be number 3. That they're always a part of my heart too. So just making sure that like I gotta make sure that I'm good for them.
Yeah.
I definitely take that to heart too.
Yeah, I feel that for sure. You never know, like every interaction with them like matters.
No, facts. It does every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Because that's makes a big impression on them. Yeah. All right, bro. Last one. That's too easy. All right. We'll go deep again, bro. This could be any age. This could even be 2 different ages. But what would you tell your younger self? Like if there's a
Yeah.
a certain age that comes out that means a lot to you.
I'll probably tell my younger self.
What age?
Maybe in high school, like
okay.
You probably could have done more to not go to junior college.
Okay.
I think like I worked hard for sure, but I think if I kind of put myself in a position to be around people that were better than me, I felt like it would have brought it out.
Yeah.
I probably would have been in the NFL like if I was around people that were better than me.
Gotcha.
I've kind of always been on a team where it was like I've kind of been that guy, and not that I didn't work hard, but if I was chasing somebody else,
right,
I felt like I would have been in a better situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably it, honestly. I think everything else is, I feel like I'm doing solid now. So,
yeah. It's not even about regrets. It could be great things too. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yeah, that was probably like the one thing. Like, and now I'm looking back in high school, I probably should have just told my mom I want to go to a better high school. Not that I feared it, but it's just like you get comfortable. With your peers, like you're used to everyone and going to a new school. Yeah, that's kind of tough. But I kind of wish I went to more like a traditional, like an actual school for football.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Last part. This is all you, man. So, shameless plug time, bro.
Yeah.
Tell me, bro. What do you have going on in your life? You know what I'm saying? What's next for you? What are you working on?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, still building a brand. I think that's just still longevity. That's always going to be a part of me. So just in the midst of just making a brand, known outside of like the South Bay area. Yeah. And maybe just like out of state. That's kind of like a goal for me. Okay. It's just providing like that brand recognition. Obviously, that just starts with me educating myself even more, networking more. I'm not the biggest networking person. Like I said, I'm a shy person. I'm always just kind of to myself and just okay with like, learning, but just like from afar. Yeah. But I think this year I'm gonna kind of just step out of my comfort zone a little bit and kind of just get in people's face, because I feel like people know who I am. Obviously. But just stepping out a little bit more and just knowing like, no, bro, like, the same terminology. You may not explain it the way that this person does, but you understand and you can have that conversation. So, yeah, bro. Kind of just stepping out of my comfort zone. Aside from that, I mean, outside of, building the brand, like I'm into fashion. Yeah. So like, this year I'm going to, kind of step out and kind of open, start like, another brand through fashion. No. So my best friend and I, we're thinking about starting our own fashion line. Okay. I'm being from LA and being from Inglewood is obviously culture there, and I feel that that's an identity of me. Yeah. That's always been me on the field and off the field. So I feel like that'd just be like a fun adventure to do. And there's just other stuff too outside of strength and conditioning, you know, like getting into real estate.
Yeah.
You know, just trying to provide, you know, generational wealth for my family, you know, and just providing an opportunity, you know, now that I am an entrepreneur, you know, kind of just stepping into other avenues.
Yeah, no, that's big time, bro.
Yeah.
You have a brand name? You have a name for that fashion brand?
I can't disclose it.
Okay, not yet.
But we're kind of like process eliminating right now.
Okay.
Amongst them, but hopefully if I'm back on here, then you guys will know about it, or I'll be wearing it.
Yeah, bet. All right, cool. Well, when that's out, I gotta see that.
Definitely, for sure.
I gotta peep that. All right, bro. Well, appreciate you, bro. Thank you for coming out.
Of course.
That's it, man. That's a wrap.
Man, appreciate you having me, man. Make sure y'all check out NXTGEN Sports, man. NXTGEN Podcast. Proud of my bro, man, and just forever grateful just to have relationships that we have. You know, obviously I go to you for advice when it comes to training, and yeah, man, I'm looking forward to your next chapter of life. And again, thank you.
I appreciate you, bro.
Yes,
thank
sir.
you.